Morning and good evening. Today we are going to discuss about few important things like procedure, function procedures, built-in procedures, and there is some attributes like a statements. We are using entry and external and returns and return that we are using in functions and few built-in functions we are going to discuss. Uh, yeah, First of all, we have, some few procedures and functions. Yes, it is, procedure language. So each procedure language, they supported, procedures and functions. I hope, everybody knows about what is the procedure and functions. But what is the difference between, in PL1 and other languages? I will explain. So initially, procedures we invoked by call statement. So some supported, compiled from invoked procedure called. So something external procedure like, there is a two kind of procedures. One is internal procedure and external procedures. So generally till now we are, they called as external procedure means if any procedure start with proc options main, that is external procedure. That is a very to each PLI program. At the same time, if any procedure from outside of the program, like in COBOL subprograms. It will be compiled and created load module where whenever we need those sub procedures or sub modules we can call and it will be while executing time it will be linked with our main program. That is the procedure in COBOL. Here also, if we want to call any external procedure, how we will, inform the compiler in PL1 program. So, and what is the internal procedures and functions, how we will call, and what is the entry point there, and where we are, provided external keyword and in functions how we will write a functions and how return that value. Yes, we know a function always it returns the value, especially there is in COBOL call by reference and call by value. So what is the difference between call by value, how we will identify whether it is call by value and call by reference and few dummy arguments. And these are the things we are going to discuss. Okay. So first of all, procedures and functions. See procedures, some process data that is procedure name. If you are not given it, nothing issue, just procedure. Uh, End procedures like that. But thing is, if you are using any, label for this procedure, you can, end with that procedure name. Coming to entry points. See, this is, we can see, very usually in a PL1. So generally, see, here entry start, entry initialize, something parameter list, entry process, like because of why we are giving, more entry statements under procedures. See this one, entry statement allows to define multiple entry points within a single procedure, each with its own name, like a start, initialize, process, cleanup, and different parameter list. Sometimes it is the same also. If you see this one, parameter one also. So entry statement allows you to specify different entry points within presence. So that's done. And parameter list, each entry point can have its own parameter list. And where it is useful means code organization and reusability. See, using entry points can help organize code within procedure, especially why means, see, suppose we have one procedure and lot of, paths. Like, I can say, one example in, a hierarchical path. And so you are coming, a route to one line that is nothing but path and another way, like, how I will, explain, like, suppose, for example, one city to another city. There is a lot of, paths, different routes. So each route you want to explain, that is, you can, define as a separate entry point, separate, see, like here, start, one entry. And after that, you want to initialize the values. Excuse me, 1 minute. వంశీ నేను కాల్ చేస్తున్నాను, క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను, అయిపోయిన తర్వాత చేస్తాను. So then, we are going per process. This is set of, procedures. Like start, you can start, different, you can give a heads up, like we are going to start and initialize whatever the initialize values, and we are going to process that information and clean up. This means set of procedure items or set of, multiple paths you can define in under one procedure. This is also possible in under procedures. If you see that one, start, just go to initialize, automatically control will be go to next entry point, that is initialize something process. I am not giving statements. Yeah, wherever, based on our requirement, we can write a code here and process and clean up. That is up to you. You can, write a n number of things how you want to. రమేష్ నేను కొద్దిసేపు తర్వాత చేస్తున్నాను session. Okay, like this, we can write. And coming to external, if you see that, see here, see, declare array of 200 fixed decimal or whatever things, and external, some external. That means that compiler will understand this is, outside of the subprogram or outside of the procedure declarations. So those values are here, even variable declaration, also global or external declarations. Here, external values, we are, just telling about, these values, this declaration is external things. If external means outside, it is, compiling and getting, load model, and where we are declaring anything, we can use here, but as a external. Okay, so he just generally call add some means automatic internal procedure, call add something like here. Also, if you see this one, array of 200 fixed x. So if you see the external means, that means that if you want to refer any outside of the program, outside of the module, you need to mention those as a declaration, declare that array or program name and external key. This is, mandatory for to refer any externals. See, I will give you, some more, things and about, functions. See, everybody knows about, functions. It will, return single value. That single value, okay, we, should not invoke it by call statement. We cannot, do this one. Like main thing is return statement. See, if you see that, any function like returns, and finally return statement also will be there. That is, coming back, like, if you see this one, this is one function, return. That means that return a plus b plus c value. And return, once return statement executed, automatically terminate of the function, and that particular value, whatever value, that will be returned to calling program or calling procedure. So you should understand those things. So even though, built-in functions also we have, that is also possible in PLI. And what is the difference between return and returns? This is interview questions. Most of times, they will ask, what is the returns and what is the return? Return, now we discuss, like, it is return output values to the calling program. But what is the returns? If you mention that, suppose this is the declaration. If you see this one, declare calc entry returns. So returns, and they are giving, fixed decimal of 7. That means that whatever I mean returning this one, suppose for example return a plus b plus c, assume that. So a b c, these values, whatever values, it should be fixed decimal. That is the meaning of, if you are returning, returns means how it will be written, what is the form, I mean like a data type it will. So based on the returns declaration, this is always, it should be fixed decimal of 7 only. That is the meaning of returns attribute. So returns means it will return the value, whatever value. In case if you are, I mean, mentioning this one, that call, this is a form, I mean, function, this call should be written in the form of fixed decimal of 7. This is the meaning of then. Then we have, I mean, arguments and parameters. Yes, calling program always, I mean, arguments, and called program is, I mean, parameters. So what is the difference between built-in functions and functions? Uh, Generally, main difference is in functions, if you are not, I mean, sending any arguments, pass the arguments, also it will be work. But built-in functions, you should send arguments, mandatory. If you are not sending, I mean, without arguments, built-in function will not be invoked. That is the main difference between function and built-in functions. Just to remember. And one more point is call by reference and call by value. In COBOL, yes, we know, I mean, how calls are, I mean, going on, and there is a difference between, I mean, how you are calling by reference and how. But in PLI, if arguments and parameters both are same type and same memory locations, I mean, it will be. So that is nothing but call by reference. In case different type, that means that arguments and parameters, different type or different constants and different memory allocations to the parameters, then that is nothing but call by value. That means that calling program, if you are calling program, so that whatever arguments you are giving different data type, and while I mean function, you are writing, I mean, something different data types, that means that it is a call by value. If it is the same, that is a call by reference. Please, I mean, keep in mind. So in procedures, arguments, parameters will be there. If it is both are same, that is a call by reference. Both are same means same data type and same memory locations. So that means that it is a call by reference. If it is a different, this is a call by value. Okay. Coming to built-in functions, we have, I mean, different built-in functions available in PL1, because of this is the more, I mean, fetching to PLI. Just, I mean, today I got, I mean, I attend the one big company that's for a PLI interview actually, in fact. So I have given that one. So there, I mean, they're asking what is the difference between COBOL and PLI? What is the fetching of PLI? That is, I mean, there I explained, I mean, what is the features of PL1 and why we are using PL1, and some important functions and features I explained, and they're very happy about that one. So coming to built-in functions, we have a string built-in function. String means just in previous class we have discussed concatenations. That means that two or three, I mean two or more, I mean strings we want to concatenate. There we are using some pipe symbol. Then we can, I mean, become one string. Three, four, I mean strings we can make it and one string. That is the syntax. But whereas, I mean, more than one, suppose one, we have one structure. There is a lot of, I mean, strings information, like, I mean, hundreds and 10, 20. We cannot write, I mean, each and everything concatenation symbols. So that time, I mean, we can use string operation. Just syntax is string, structure name. Automatically, whatever structure, I mean, column names, whatever values will be concatenated and stored into, suppose for example, name equal to string of this one. If you are giving, string of structure name equal to Ravi Kumar is a PL1 guy. Assume that. So whatever structure, so name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, automatically it will be stored like this is nothing but pseudo conversion. Pseudo variables. This is also, one of the built-in functions for string and substring pseudo variables. Built-in functions will be available in PLI. If you want to write like a equal to string of something, that is a normal. If you want to string of this structure name equal to this one means always right side values will be stored in left side. Am I right? So this is nothing but pseudo definitions. Okay, like substring. Everybody understand substring as part of string you want to know. So this is the string like a ABC software. I want to know about fifth place and 4 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth place is starting with S and 4 character SOFT. So that is the results will be soft. This is the substring function. I think everybody knows. So we are using in DB2 or something. So we are using this built-in function like this and length. So recently, even COBOL also added this function. So you can use this length built-in functions. For example, a equal to uh, RAV, then it will returns 3. So length of the string, it will calculate number of characters. But keep in your mind, whatever built-in function if you want to use in your program, you should declare initially. Suppose you are using string function, then you should declare string space built-in function. Same thing like whatever built-in functions if you are using, declare substring built-in. Like that you should declare. So I will give you declaration part also. Declare string built built-in semicolon. You should declare. Otherwise compiler will not understand whether it is a built-in or normal variable, because of we don't have any reserve words, so that we should inform the compiler like we are going to use source and source string built-in functions. So wherever string will be there, that is meaning often that is a built-in function. Next, repeat. So particularly any character or anything you want to repeat a number of times, you can write like this. See here, see repeat any string A or B or whatever string you want to repeat number of times. Suppose 2 times, so that results will be A. Then translate. So you want to translate. See, this is the string. This is the set string. You want to replace character. So in cat, this is input string. Instead of C, I want to replace B. So results will be bad. Suppose, for example, initially Satyam is a computer software company. After that, assume that Tech Mahindra or Tech Mahindra Satyam. So here you can write a Satyam or one space. Wherever you got space, you can write here Mahindra and one space. Automatically Satyam will become Mahindra Satyam. Like that, whenever wherever we required our logic, it will replace with characters or strings. You can replace with translate built-in function. And most of interview times they're asking about pseudo variables and index and verify. If you go for any interview, most of, I mean, 60-70%, I mean, interview question is what is the difference between index and verify. That's why I have given, I mean, more explanation about this. The index function is to find the position of substring within a string. So if you syntax is index, this is the, I mean, input string. You can write a substring. This is optional. You can, I mean, remove that one. Most of times we are using in our, I mean, programs. For example, 1 minute. రాజేష్ ఒక 5 minutes తర్వాత చేస్తాను. Index SAM AZT something. So it returns the 2. If you see this one, రాజేష్ 2 minutes తర్వాత చేస్తాను, ఉన్నాను అన్న, కాల్లో ఉన్నాను. So SAM AZT returns 2. See, A value it will checks. Yes, it's there. In SAM, A is there. G is not available in this one. So that it returns what is the position. First position is A is available, G is not there. Then it will return 0. Sorry, 2. In case of SAM, DAG. So there is nothing, so that it will return 0. So D is also not there. So first character itself it is not there. Then that position will be 0. So that means that if it is, I mean, there, it won't return anything. It will not identify any characters or string. Automatically that position will be written. Most of cases verify we will use for, I mean, numbers or whatever information, whether it is available in our set of the keywords or values. Suppose, for example, I want to check, I mean, phone number. First checking is whether it is, I mean, numeric or not. So we can give, I mean, a set is 0 to 9 and phone number. Sometimes junk values will come, or sometimes, I mean, wrongly we enter into character. So whatever thing we are verify the input values, like, I mean, 9 something and set is 0 to 9. Okay, if it is available then returns 0. If not, return position value, whatever, I mean, suppose here I can write R 1 2 3 4, but set is 0 1 2 3 4. Assume that. So all 4 1 2 3 4 also there, but R is not there. Returns first position. This is the main difference between index and verify. Generally it will verify, I mean, whether that values are available or not in our, I mean, set of the statements or set of the string or set of the values. So that is, I mean, things. So here also I am given, I mean, an example. So what is, I mean, another, I mean, built-in functions? There is arithmetic functions, mathematical functions, array handling function, string handling, condition handling function, storage controls, miscellaneous, some other. Today we will, I mean, discuss about arithmetic and mathematical. So then tomorrow we can discuss it the rest. So arithmetic operation, if you use ABS, absolutely value, minus 44 means automatically absolute value means always it is positive. Either it is minus or whatever things it will be, should be it is positive integer value. Sale 3.333 something, it will be round off. Not like, I mean, generally round off means after 5 only it will become like, but it is whatever things it will round off 4. And floor, in case of this, quite opposite. In case of floor, it should be 3. It will truncate whatever things. And minimum value, if you see the 2 6 4, minimum value is 2, maximum value 6. And truncate also, like, I mean, if 3.3 something decimal values, it will become 3. Sign, always, I mean, if it is minus 1, if it is positive 0 4 1, like this it will come. And round option, this is the most important thing. Round, most of, I mean, calculations in banking sector and insurance sector, we are using round option. So I got very bad experience with round. So where I mean we are calculating about taxations. So we have given a small mistake, so that that rounded value. So there is a very less difference, but even the customer won't accept, because 49.99 we need to collect instead of 49.99. I'm going to supposed to collect $50. So what happened? So over period it will become more. That is all going to miscellaneous amount. There is no accountability that amount. But customer always feel that every time these people are extra, they are deducting 0.001. So it become a big issue. So that you should always give the proper syntax only. See 123.456 comma 1 only you can round. So instead of first you can see the 4 5, so that it become 5. Here 2, that means two places. So 1 2 3, so it is a 4 5, so it becomes 6. And here 0, so that it won't tolerate this one, then automatically it will give 1 2 3 only. If it is -1 coming to this one, 1 2 0 only. If it is -2, 1 0 0. If it is -3, 0. So please make perfect about this round option. This is very very important, and widely we are using this one. And mod, everybody knows about 25 comma 6 means 6 4s are 24. Remainder it will be mod value. And we have we are using sine values, cos value, tan, log, some scientific applications and calculations. So we are using mathematical applications. So we can discuss tomorrow array handling. What is the mathematical applications in arrays, and string handling. Already we discussed strings, but still there is a little bit is pending. And condition handling, how conditions we are handled. There here we can say like few conditions are enabled by default, few conditions are disable. We cannot do enable conditions will become enable such conditions, end of the file, end of the data, and sizes. Some few things are there. We need to know about those things. In case of any other things, enable things, if you don't want to tolerate those things, you can write yeah, disable things. And if some of disable things by default, if you want to enable those conditions, you can enable. How it will be, we can discuss about. And storage control, how we will manage the storage control, those information we can discuss by tomorrow. Once it's done, then we can go for an input output statement. What is our input, get, there is a three kind of things, list, data, and edit. So how it will be, and what is stream input output, what is the record input output, and locate. So there we can start for files operations also, because of even stream input output functions also there is a files. By default there is a, if you are not mentioning also, there is a files. So you need to learn those things. Once it's done, maybe 70% it's done. So after that we can go for the rest of things concepts. So mostly 2-3 days I can wind up these sessions. If you want know more, please go through my materials. If anything, please connect with me with my mail ID, so that I can answer with that one. That's all by today. Okay. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
A quick question. As you are helping us teach this, we all know we all worked on COBOL, right? So when would be a PL1 is used or preferred in business applications, or which applications do we prefer PL1?
Mostly, banking and insurance. Of course, if you have retail applications also, still they are using PLA.
Okay, thank you. I know you have 6 different calls coming in. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. See, if you have a simple questions which explained in within one statement, I am ready to give. There is nothing how. Uh, See,
Thank-
PLI main feature is, so it is useful for scientific applications and calculations, more of calculation and to precise the code. So whereas a COBOL, you need to write a lengthy code, but we have a built-in functions. We can write, I mean, very simple code using the built-in functions. That is the main fetching. So that, I mean, even we have COBOL, because of initially COBOL is business orientation only. So where, I mean, we need, I mean, some calculations and scientific things, that time automatically the whatever modules they developed using PLI, because of PL1 is new compared to COBOL. Even though why still, I mean, then that is the reason. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything?
No, not for
Any
today.
questions?
Not for today. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.